name is Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about somebody who feels like they can kind of blame a circumstance or a situation for, being late or not showing up or not being a reliable employee or partner. Misery is manifold. They're expecting certain allowances or forgiveness for something that they should have done differently or something that they could have said differently. But you're over here with this high priestess energy, and it's pretty clear that this is somebody that is getting nervous because they're realizing you're onto them. They're realizing that lying to you isn't actually going as well as you had or as they had hoped. So they're irritated because you are perceptive. Oh well. Let's call in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. And I hope you're having a wonderful day. Hello, Dana. Hello, spiritual healer. Hello, Rachel. Hello, key controller. Yes, exactly, key controller. If you're interested in a personal reading, I would love to do one for you. My email address is wickedonestarot@gmail.com. It's in the description box along with more information on how to become a member. We did just have our members only live stream earlier today. And you can also find out how to get a homemade soy candle in the description box. You can find the link to my Etsy page. And thank you, Balin. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Let me add that for you. Oh, that's so sweet for you. Or sweet, thank you. Let me know if you want me to pull a few cards for you, Balin. And also, y'all are lucky that I came back because I just ate like the most delicious Mexican food ever. So happy Cinco de Mayo. I should probably be taking a nap right now. I just ate the entire thing. Enchiladas with red sauce, if you're curious. Let's see with carnitas. Let's see what else we've got for you. I think the Edgar Allan Poe Tarot is the right move after the Poe Tarot. No worries, Balin. Yes, exactly. I might have to take a little nap later, which works out because normally I go for a walk, but I think it might rain actually. So we have the Lovers in the reverse and the Ten of Swords. Justice in the reverse. You know that somebody is making excuses. Or something's just like a little bit too convenient. All right, I'm going to tell a story. Carmen's story time. I was the assistant manager at a store and had to do the scheduling. And at one point, I had a coworker or an employee say that they needed every single weekend off. And if you've ever worked retail, generally those requests are like denied before they're even submitted. She wanted to participate in a wedding, and I get it that sometimes there's a lot of things that go on, but I told her that she had to choose. And then for one of the weekends where I told her she had to actually work, she called in sick. And I knew she was going to before she even did, because the day, like that Friday or Thursday or whatever before the weekend, she's like, oh, I'm going to eat some seafood. I'm so excited for this seafood. I'm going to eat a lot of seafood. Oh, I'm going to this like seafood place, you guys. Look at all the seafood I'm going to eat. I'm like, I know what you're about to do. And so sure enough, she calls in sick that, I think it was Saturday morning. And I was like, you think I'm stupid? You had already requested this weekend off and now you're just magically sick after you talk to everybody about your seafood choices. So obviously couldn't drag her into work that day, but I was like, let's not do that again, or I will write you up. I'm not stupid. This is somebody who it's like, I'm contriving the situation, I'm manipulating everything, and then, like tiptoeing through, and you won't figure me out, right? Like, girl, please. Be so for real right now. Like, do you think I only have 3 brain cells? This is somebody who thinks they're a lot smoother than they are. And you're over here like, I would never believe that. Like, I know what you're doing. Hello, how's it going? Kalki, how are you doing? Hello, Redbeard. We have the Eight of Wands, the Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Empress. I think we have someone who is leveraging their responsibilities pertaining to their family with this Empress card. Maybe they're exaggerating an illness. Maybe they're saying they have to, take care of their sick aunt. Um, Not at all knocking the fact that that is a real thing that happens. But this is someone who I think you're onto because it's just a little too convenient. Whatever their story is, it's like, mm, mm. I don't believe you. Hello, Boo. How you doing? Hello, Gloria. I certainly hope that Richie is not, but if you would like me to answer that question for you after the general reading, a little bit less than 30 minutes from now, feel free to attach that to a super chat. Looks like Rachel's telling you as well. Otherwise, I do private personal readings if you would like to email me at wickedwandstarot@gmail.com. So we have Three of Cups and the Seven of Wands. Yeah. I think I'm being super sneaky. I've got this mask on and I'm tiptoeing through the back hallways. There's no way you're gonna figure me out. Wrong. All right, tell me more. We have Strength in the reverse, Five of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Six of Cups. Hoping that your, I don't know, loving, compassionate side will look beyond what you know, even though I think you're looking at it as this isn't fair to other people. Because I wasn't mad. I wasn't out to destroy someone's fun. If I can't have fun on the weekend, neither can you. When I was making the schedule for that place, it's like I'm trying to be fair to the other people that work here. So if 3 people don't get a weekend off at all because you needed to have 4 weekends off, that's not fair. This is someone who's taking more than their fair share. Maybe they're taking money that is supposed to go to someone else. Maybe there's some free baseball game tickets and they're stealing it when it should be going to somebody else. What's up, Lemonade? All right, I'll try. No promises. There's a very, sometimes when you tell me not to do something, then I just want to do it. And I feel like it always has to be despacito. Even though that goes back so long. Play Spice Girls. Okay, if it's going to be Spice Girls, though, can it be two become one? I have no idea what you're saying there, Sean. Is this like a foxtrot? What is it? Tango? Whiskey? Something like that? Hello, Carrie. How are you doing? Oh, yes. The Barbie Girl song? Mm-hmm. If you want to get annoyed, put that on repeat. Five of Swords and the Six of Wands in the reverse. So your ability to perceive the truth or your intuition is being seen by someone as like a day ruiner. Everything would have been fine. I would have got away with it if you weren't so smart. Why did you have to investigate? Why did you have to know what was going on? It's not fair. Eight of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Wands. Look at, we got the one eye closed, one eye open queen who's like, I know I'm supposed to be focused over here, but I'm still looking at you. I still see what you're doing. There was, my mom tells a story where she was in class one day and the teacher was growing more and more frustrated with the students. And at one point, she said, I'm not as dumb as you think I am. And this is probably not a good thing to say because one of the students said, I sure hope not. This is somebody who was hoping you would be a little bit less observant, hoping you would be a little bit incapable of picking up on what was really going on here, but you are too perceptive for them and their little shenanigans. Let's see, what do we want? We shall go with the graffiti tarot. Hello, buddy. How are you doing? Don't worry, no need to run away. Hello, Cynthia. Hello, Art. How are you doing? Hello, Autumn. What a beautiful name. Liz Rat. What else do we have? Yes, thank you for hitting the like button for me. That makes a big difference. So we have the Queen of Cups in the reverse and the Ten of Cups. This is like a family domestic thing. Maybe they're sending an AI photo and you can tell that it's AI. Oh, sorry, got in a car accident. I can't believe how many of those I've seen. Not like personally, but just like people posting online, like, look at this AI slop. And this is a bad attempt at a lie. They think that they can control the narrative or misdirect you, but you're over here like, no, I know that didn't happen. I ain't stupid. So what are they really hiding? Temperance in the reverse. The dog ate my homework. Five of Wands, Three of Swords, and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. I think this is someone who's trying not to get fired or trying not to be kicked out of the group. So I don't want to lose my friends or don't want to be like judged harshly by the family. But this is someone who lost their temper or did something immature or petty, and they're trying to cover it up with a stupid story. Three of Swords and the Three of Pentacles in reverse. Because if the truth comes out, it's going to be really obvious that what they were doing was intentionally rude, intentionally like trying to attack someone, basically. That's the best part, right? My favorite is when it just like misses my hand completely and just shoots over to the other table. So you guys can't see it. I don't know. Do I want to show you? Not really. It's a little messy. I haven't really figured out how I want to deal with it. But I added a little table. So there's one table, two table, and then the desk that you see me sitting at, right? Which I think is technically like a dining room table with like leaves and whatnot. So there's more space over here. So I have room for like more tarot cards or whatever. But the cards just like shoot over and the table is like underneath the dining room table. Like maybe 4 or 5 inches lower. So it's kind of perfect to just like catch the cards that I don't shuffle properly. So Seven of Cups, Lovers in the reverse again. And the Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Two of Swords. We got somebody who is lying to make it sound like they weren't in a particular place or they weren't the one who did something, right? We could always go back to the who took the cookie from the cookie jar, right? Or maybe you make a delicious pie and you leave it in the kitchen and you got some family members over and then you come back out and it's gone. My mom once, like before I was alive, my mom once made some cake and left it unattended in a dining room. And I think maybe when my cousin was younger, he like opened the door or something, let the dog in there. But the dog's name was Max. Found the cake, ate like all of it. And then I think my cousin Aaron was like, "Look, what's up, me? What you talking about? I didn't do anything. We got something where it's like, I know I did something I shouldn't have. I know that that led to a consequence that's not great. But I'm going to say that really there's cake all over my pants because I dropped it while I was driving over here. There's someone who's making up a story, making up an excuse, and you're like, why don't you just admit what's really going on here? Is that difficult? Just tell me, you know? I'm finally cabinet? No, then they can't breathe. I want to be able to look at them all. Look at them. This makes me happy. Why did you spell it like that? With two T's in the middle. So this is not a very experienced or like skilled liar. I think there's multiple people, not just you, that realize this person is lying. But with the Four of Swords and the Moon, and the Two of Cups in the reverse, I think we have someone who's saying, we know what happened. We're not stupid. And it's on you to fix whatever this is. You might have been late. Okay, well, now you get to work late. You might have, forgotten to make a salad for the potluck. You get to go buy one now. Whatever they thought they could use as an excuse to avoid some sort of responsibility isn't actually getting them out of the responsibility. Instead, we have someone saying, kind of disappointed in you that you thought that was the right way to approach this. But if you don't want to end up broken up with or kicked out of the party, you're going to have to remedy the situation. You're going to have to make it right. So their lie is a spectacular failure. You know? Oh, thank you, Art. Jurassic Park is one of my favorite books ever. I loved the science element of it. It's also kind of interesting to see what they decided to change for the movie. I love the movie as well. The original. I don't know about the others that came after it. Medium. But the book is so good. Should read it again, actually. Hello, Joanne. How are you doing? Hello, Mac. I hope you're having a good day. Hello, Martin. You're welcome to hang out, but please call me Carmen. What else do we have? We have the Queen of Wands in the reverse again. We just had that with this one. The World and the the King of Wands in the reverse. Sorry, I started to say El Rey. So what I'm seeing from this is two, what is it? Birds of a feather? Like you're the same. If, how do I say this? If there's like a family attribute, like, you scratch your ear when you're lying, this is somebody in the family who's like, or knows this person so well. It's like, no, I used to do that too. See, the problem is you think that I was never in a situation like yours, or you think that no one can tell you're lying, but I have the same tell as you. This is somebody who's like, I know what you're doing because I did that. Or I did the same thing. Nine of Swords and the Seven of Pentacles. So it's not going to work out. You think that you're going to be able to get what you want. No. I know you lied, so you're going to have to fix it now. Hello, Diamonds. How are you doing? Oh, that's awesome, Rachel. Tower in the reverse. This is the Spanish tarot, by the way. And then it did the thing where it falls onto the other table, but then also fell back this way and went in between them. That's funny. All right, so we have the Sun, the Five of Pentacles and the Three of Wands. The Five of Pentacles is in the reverse. Yeah. This is whatever you thought your excuse or your lie was going to be able to afford you, as far as like, oh, I don't have to participate in that. Or I've decided I'm taking off all weekends. This King of Wands in the reverse, kind of like me as the manager or the assistant manager and the scheduling issue. Like, no, 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 no. We're going to make this right. So congratulations, you got your little weekend off, but now you're not going to have a weekend off for like 2 months. Oh no, are you fighting, Red Bearded Rachel? Hello, Akobes. To my knowledge, I'm not. No disrespect to anybody that is. I think more so I just appreciate the, I don't know, the fact that you can have layers, right? I'm curious what you mean by you can throw me off. Maybe I shouldn't ask. But also, I would say, in general, like, I'm not in a mood where I could get easily offended, probably because of that amazing Mexican food I had. But in general, I wouldn't ask people that on YouTube because you have to keep in mind that there's a bunch of people who are watching me on this. So if you were asking me something that would actually be offensive, I think that's a little bit inconsiderate. That being said, no need to apologize to me. I just, yeah, I think sometimes when you watch somebody, and I'm on here every day, there's an ability to kind of see what you want with people or even see things that you have in common, right? Hello, Gab. How are you doing? Ooh, I did miss it. Thank you for calling that out, Gab. Yeah, for those of you that put a tip with a question, I like to, before it gets out of view, I like to make sure I add that to my list. So just like Gab did just now, please feel comfortable calling me out and saying, hey, did you see the tip that I had with a question? Because I don't ever want to deny you all that answer. What is Al thinking in anticipation of hanging out? I've added that. Thank you, Gab. And did I miss anyone? Hello, JCH. How are you doing? It does. Oh, that's okay. Um, I think so. If they're all resonating, that's a lot because I put out a lot of shorts. Generally it's like 3 a day, maybe 6 a day. Some of them are clips from the live streams, but I would say that might just be that you find it easy to relate to certain things and maybe don't take the entirety of the message just in case, right? Oh, no worries, Gab. No apologies necessary. Hello, BR. How are you doing? That just makes me think of birria. Which is what I should have ordered. I loved the enchiladas that I had, and I might post a picture of them. But I think next time I have to get the birria. Six of Wands and the Knight of Cups in the reverse. Now we have someone who is like getting a little talking to, right? This is not how we handle things. You can't throw a little hissy fit like that. You can't like lie just because you don't like the answer. There's other people that need to be considered in this equation. So much like my story at the beginning, it does feel like there is a sense of community or a group that needs to be considered. And whoever our little liar is. Perhaps we should call them El Colgado. The Queen of Wands in the reverse. They're encountering this King of Wands in the reverse who's like, I can get even more mad than you, and I can also, have some punishment prepared for you for lying about this. So it could be a boss, it could be like matriarch, patriarch of the family, right? Hey, Martin, how are you doing? Hello, Neo. Hello, Dino. Hello, Loans. What's up? Uh-oh, is Redbeard misbehaving? I don't think you've seen them. Nice try, though. I don't think I posted them. Hello, ARW. How are you doing? Hello, Gerardo. ¿Cómo estás? Oh, thank you, Sherry. I appreciate it. Do you want to see my favorite thing? So first of all, the bookshelf was made by my grandfather, who, rest in peace, was awesome. But that was also his globe, and I think it was like made in the 60s, but it has some countries that don't exist, so I think it's kind of cool. Well, they don't exist anymore. Ooh, Hazel, absolutely not. Why are you calling me mom? Ew, stop. Why do people do that? Just call me Carmen, please, Hazel. Sorry, I get really creeped out when people call me that. No worries, Neo. Hazel, the only person who has permission, and she calls me mama because she just like cannot stop herself, is my best friend. That's just like how she refers to a lot of people, and even though for like years I've asked her to not, she still does. What else do we have? King of Pentacles in the reverse, following the Two of Wands in the reverse and the Four of Wands in the reverse. Interesting. So it looks to me like we have a threat here. You're gonna be like removed from the will. You're going to be fired. You're not going to get your own room at the family reunion. You're not gonna be able to bring your boyfriend or girlfriend. There's someone here who's laying down the law. Like you thought you could tell a little lie and get what you want. Not only are you not going to get what you want, but I'm going to tell you what the risk is if you try to do that again. So this King of Wands, they're angry and they're laying down the law. They're like, let's not tempt my rage. Let's just clear this right now that you are not in control of that. And if that's something you disagree with, then your options are either to leave or like start your own family, and then you can make the decisions for the family reunions. This is someone laying down the law. You're not in charge. You're not going to fool me. You're not going to play these little games. Nice try, but no. You better come correct. Hello, KYZ. How are you doing? She's not going to invite you to the wedding. Yeah, Hazel, you can do your question in a super chat and then I add it to the list. But please keep in mind that when I'm doing the general reading, I try to stay as focused as I can, and it's not to be rude by any means. Hello, CTF. How are you doing? Oh, that's so sweet. Thank you, Balin. Very kind of you. So we have someone who thought they were going to be super sneaky, but we have the thief in the reverse because if they were trying to like, get a better seat, I'm seeing in my mind the episode of I Love Lucy where Lucy bought the wrong tickets, like matinee instead of the evening. And so they were only able to get one pair of tickets. and they say, okay, Lucy and Ethel will watch the first half, and then the guys can watch the last half. But there's empty seats next to them, so the ladies are like, oh, we'll just stay here. Nope, it's not gonna work. Trying to game the system. That's what we have here. Is someone who felt like they could be sneaky, and then they're like, what? I didn't do anything. I don't know what you're talking about. What? I'm perfect. I would never do anything wrong ever. And anytime I come across somebody like that in my reading, it reminds me of, oh God, what is her name? I think they're the Saperstein twins in Community. You know, don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. At one point, she says to her dad, like, they're accusing me of something, and you know I have never done anything wrong in my life, ever. This is someone who's like, of course I didn't do it. I'm perfect. I have never made a mistake, and I've never been wrong. uh, Hazel, the chat is free, yes, but asking for personal questions, I do those when they're connected to a super chat. So if you scroll up, you can see where Balin was very kind and said some nice things about me. That's where usually people will include a question or they request a random reading. Have a good one, Lemonade. We've got the family room and the unexpected income card. So this is someone who felt like they could be sneaky and it would pay dividends. Yeah. So if you've ever had, like, when I went to prom, we rented a limo, and this was my first example of don't pay for something for a group and expect it to be smooth sailing when you ask for them to pay their share. Because I definitely had to like hunt people down, like, hey, so you know that thing that you signed up for and you said that you would pay for, like split with us? Yeah, you haven't sent me the money yet. People can get really weird trying to save like, $50 or whatever. This is a person who has lied because they felt like they could like get in for free or get more than their fair share. Thank you, Akovis. I am in the US. I do talk about Tennessee, so we've got sudden wealth and community. Yeah. For some of you, this is a person who had no interest in being in your life initially, and then they find out that you are successful, or then they find out that you won the lottery. If you win the lottery, don't tell anybody but a lawyer. At least for like the first 3 months. Just a lawyer. Don't tell anybody. Because then they're just going to be like, hey, I know it's been like 17 years, but I was wondering if I could borrow like $20,000. It's for a good cause. Yeah. No, I need to expand my croc collection. Yeah, 20,000 would buy a lot of crocs. You're right. They're not going to get what they want because you're too small. You see through their little shenanigans. The paparazzi. Oh, yeah, no politics. No politics. We got that everywhere else. We do not need it in here, please. All right, we're going to pull some cards for Balin. Seriously, it would be a mountain, okay? All right. So let's see what we've got for Balin, please. What message does Balin need to know? We have Death, Queen of Wands, Six of Cups in the reverse, and the Six of Swords. I see either you or someone very close to you, Balin, being able to change behavior that is not easy to change. I'm just going to use my own experiences. I smoked parliaments, P-funks, if you will, a long time ago. I think I got started smoking those because when I went on canoe trips with my college friends, the filter wouldn't get wet. But even though, like, I couldn't back then imagine going for a 5-minute drive and not lighting up a cigarette. Or if I had a road trip, it was like, 2 hours, always gonna smoke a couple. I was able to quit them cold turkey, writing a list of like 70 some reasons why I needed to quit. I see somebody, either you or someone close to you, who has this like not great habit, but they know that they need to quit that habit. It could even be more about like emotional connection or someone who is like a gaslighter, but it is somebody who has had like this habit of not really doing things the right way. This person is changing, and it's a commitment to this change, not just a fine, whatever, I'll do it. No, this is someone who's saying, I want to make this change and I'm going to make sure that it sticks. Hello, Joseph. Oh, I'm sending you healing energy. Hello, ARW. We got the Devil in the reverse, the Four of Swords, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse. So there's this, whoever this is, definitely the number 6 is important. So I feel like things get solidified or feel like I've climbed that mountain, I'm good now. Whoever is going through this healing process or making this change, I feel like right now it's a little bit of a rocky road, a little bit of like, am I going to be able to like actually make this change in my life permanent, or am I going to fall back into old patterns? With the Ten of Cups being in the reverse, I feel like something that's really important for you or this person to know is that where you spend your time is impactful in terms of those routines or behaviors that you want to change. Trying to think of a good way to explain that. I know there were a lot of people who were confused by my decision to be a bartender, even though I don't drink. And to me, it was like, well, it's still a social environment. Just because I get like irritated by you not being able to like walk straight doesn't mean I can't have a good time. The environment is really important for this person. So if you need to find a new place to hang out, or if you need to, maybe even make a new friend or something, this helps you with this behavior to be like permanently changed, or the person that I feel like this is either you or someone that you care for deeply. You have the King of Swords in the reverse and the Five of Swords in the reverse. There is someone here who does not believe in this change like taking root. You're able to prevent them from causing some doubt or turbulence, right? And this King of Swords in the reverse should not be believed. This is like casting doubt on someone, right? I remember someone offering me a cigarette, even though they knew that I had quit. And I was like, really, dude? Why you gotta be that person? Like, I quit. I feel good about the decision. And you're all like, here you go. You want a cigarette? No, you want to get backhanded? So being mindful of the location and the environment is super important. Anything else for Balin, please? Knight of Wands in the reverse, the King of Cups, and the King of Pentacles. Be cautious in terms of romance. I see, well, let me just make sure. Is this 2 people? Yes. I feel like you're going to conflate or mix up 2 energies. So there's someone here who might be extremely charming, but they're really only after, the naked time, the horizontal mambo, pimpin' uglies. And then there's this King of Pentacles, someone who's legit. So you got to make sure that you are listening to your discernment, because there's this chance you're going to judge someone harshly when actually they're great, the King of Pentacles. And you might think that this King of Cups is legit, even though they're not. So with these 2 swords hanging out in the background, that would be like evidence that you find that helps you determine, okay, so that King of Cups, probably not great. That King of Pentacles, though, they don't have to be men. But that King of Pentacles has that reliable energy. All right. Balin, thank you for being you. And we have Gab up next. Hold on. This is the Meta Muse. Hey, Akobus. One thing just to keep in mind is I don't know how the gifts that you send actually translate. I don't know what they do for the channel. So that's why I specifically don't include those when I say the 2 different ways that you can get me to pull cards for you. I do feel like you're being a little bit bossy right now. I will pull some cards for you, but I would just ask that you keep in mind that's not one of the options for me to pull cards for someone because I don't know how to compute the money. YouTube's kind of vague on that, okay? So going forward, I'm not going to do that again. I will pull some cards for you this time, but you really have to be a little bit more respectful of me because you've kind of been a little bit a little bit pushy today, okay? um Let's see what we've got for Gab. What is Al thinking in anticipation of hanging out? What is Al thinking in anticipation of hanging out? Tree of Life. 7 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse and Judgment. So I do feel like there's concern from Al that you have outside influence that is impacting how you view the connection or how you might be like maybe even a little bit judgmental towards your connection. And there's this question mark, like, should I even try to like invest in this connection? With the Tree of Life, let me just clarify. Is this how Al views Gab? Al is scared that you are getting smarter. And I'm just going to say this real quick. If somebody is nervous or uncomfortable because you are learning more about yourself and you have more respect for yourself and you're smarter and your intuition is, then guess what that tells me? They are not honest. They are not trustworthy. This is someone who's worried because you have leveled up to like Empress level, right? And they're like, ooh, I don't know if I'm like at your level. So there's some concern, although I don't know that this would be something they would admit, that I don't know if I could like hang with you or like be at your level because you've actually been working on yourself and I don't know that I would have done enough, right? So they're hoping that they can match this level, but nervous. So I do think you're going to pick up on that nervousness. Is this somebody who is going to have good intentions? For a bit. This is someone who is trying to defend the happy energy between the two of you. But with the Hierophant being in the reverse, I feel like the underlying morals or principles that guide this individual in terms of how they interact with you are still wanting, are still like, ooh, they need a software update, okay? They are concerned about how much you respect yourself and how much you've grown as an individual because they know that they still have some work to do for themselves, right? So I do feel like it's going to be relatively positive, but there's more healing that needs to happen for Al before there can be like a happy ever after or a happy reconciliation. So this Two of Swords is saying you're going to be at a crossroads at some point and you're going to wonder, like, is this good enough? Is this where it should be? Right? Maybe? All right. I bet Redbeard would be pretty good at that game. And Redbeard is saying if anyone needs to be objectified, go for it. You can objectify Redbeard. Hello, Justice. Hey, we good. It's all right, Aquarius. Oh, I know your name, Zulfa. We've had a few chats before, Zulfa. My name is Carmen. Thank you for asking. Let's just make sure that we are being respectful, right? You're welcome, Gab. I'm sending you a big ol' hug, and I hope you have a wonderful time. Hello, Rama. What do we have for Aquarius, please? Page of Pentacles, a new beginning. 5 of Cups. 7 of Swords. 10 of Pentacles. And the 7 of Wands in reverse. Is this new beginning for Aquarius? Yes. So the number 7 is important because I have only pulled 6 cards and I have 3 sevens. Probability wise, that's significant, right? But we have a new beginning that is threatened by a past experience or a past connection. So it's really important to make sure that you've forgiven the people that need to be forgiven, or accepted an ending or let go of someone else from your past, because it could make it really difficult for you to move forward with an incredible opportunity. So this 7 of Swords, 10 of Pentacles, I feel this is some lack of discernment or inability to recognize the intuition that is guiding you towards what would be the best opportunity for you. And it's that blind energy that you get from that 5 of Cups. Because notice we have 3 cups that are spilled, but homie's only looking this way and totally ignorant of the fact that there's 2 cups that are still upright behind them. So this is why I'm saying you've got to be very careful with regards to your discernment. You might miss something that is meant for you and end up in a situation where you're like battling ridiculousness. So 7 of Pentacles is make sure that you are investing in the right area. Make sure you let go of the things that are not for you, and do not miss out on these 2 cups behind you. There is definitely something that you have that is magical and exciting to contribute to or pursue as far as a new beginning, but it's something you could end up being distracted by from the past. So we have the Queen of Swords. That's the intuition and discernment that you possess. You got to prioritize that, and you may end up having to change your opinion after you already thought that you'd made the right decision. So be open to editing or altering your decision if you get new information. Do not be so rigid in a decision that oh, of course I saw that right from the beginning. It might be something that needs to be updated. All right, I'm going to leave it there. I love you all. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for the subscribes. Thank you for checking out my candles, and I will see you in the next reading. Adios.